Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Williams throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Williams. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Williams operating from the gun. Open man is Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. This pass complete to Higgins. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him right around if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they can look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Off the play fake. Eason. It's complete to Fuller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Eason got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. On first down, Eason. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Oh, nice move at midfield. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Williams. Now they go screen. It's complete. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Williams off the bootleg. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Williams now throwing on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off the bootleg. Williams. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw. Eason, he's letting this one go. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down. Eason. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Williams on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Here we go, D9.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. For the catch made by Johnson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. He's got Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
X3, 218.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Looking to throw. Eason. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Williams. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking this.
And that's caught inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go, man.
And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He got 29 yards that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Williams now throwing on 3rd and long. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And to the 12. That's where it... Stops the return, is halted at the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Johnson's got it complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that down?
Concerned with running some...
And look at this, it's a fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, Williams. He's going to float this one deep right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And at the 26-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Williams. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Single slot.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is the home side to take over on offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. And it's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 6 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to throw. Williams. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
61, match box, lights. Hey, we're back.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And now what? And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get the first, but remember, it was only first down, so a bit of an odd play, and it results in second down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all second.